In today's session, we will try to solve two more examples based upon the search techniques on the graphs, okay? BFS and DFS. Okay. Now, in BFS, which concept we use? Is it a queue or a stack? Queue. And in DFS, stack. If you remember those two, then it will be easy for you to trace, that is the flow of vertices will be very easy now. Okay, now the question would be something like they will give a particular graph like this, okay, and then they may ask you to find the DFS, along with they will also provide the starting vertex. Now, in the DFS case, the starting vertex is what? Q. That means now we need to start from Q and then we need to travel in the breadth first search. Okay, now can you tell me where I should reach first from Q? Yes, R. First of all, we have to make use of what? The Q data structure, right? Now, on this side, I will write the Q later, but tell me first from Q, I can either go with respect to P or I can go with respect to R. That is, I can consider this as a left and this as the right. So usually we consider first left and then followed by right. No. So is it okay if I first draw a line from Q to P? Yes. Okay. Then next, what should be done in BFS? Should I continue exploring Q or should I start exploring the P now? In DFS, what has to be done? This is the point where students will get confused. How you can remember is what type of data structure we use. Is it a queue or is it a stack? If you remember that, then it will be easy. BFS means it is queues. That means in queue means what will happen? I will have an first queue in place where I am going to have the elements, the vertices. First starting vertex is what? Q itself. So I am starting with Q. Okay. Now, what are the adjacent vertices to Q, P and R? First, what I am considering here? P I am considering. Since it is what? Q data structure. First, I have to serve, that is, first I have to explore completely the Q here. It is first connected to P and it is next secondly connected to R. Isn't it? Now, after R is explored, that means now I'm going to draw one more line here, right? Once I draw a line from Q to R, now is that Q completely explored? Okay, then this Q will be removed from the data structure. Next, which one I should explore I should start exploring. Next one is P, because that is first in this particular list. Now I should explore the P later. Okay, now let me write this sequence later. First, let us try to write or draw the edges here. Okay, now P to, sorry, that is Q to P is done. Then second one is what? Q to R. Okay, now at this stage, Q is completely explored. Next vertex I should choose is the P here. Now, P is connected where? It is connected to Q. It is also connected to, yes. Q is already explored, so I don't need to consider that. So now I should only consider yes. That means from P to yes, I will go. Okay. Simultaneously, will you write the Qs in your notebook? Because it will be helpful for you to answer them. Initially, Q will have Q, then you put a comma, then P, comma, then R. Okay, so you may need not to draw entirely, skip as it is only the final answer you can write down in your notebook if you want. Okay, now, so once Q was done, then P, R was added into the Q, then Q was deleted. We can just put a cross mark on Q that says that it is done. Next is what? P. Since P is connected to Q and S, Q is already explored. The next one I'm going to explore is S. So I connect P and S. After I connect P and S, now tell me which vertex I should reach. I should start exploring now. It is R, because P is completely done now, right? Now I have to go in R. Now this R is connected where and all? R is connected to S, it is connected to U, it is connected to T, correct? Now, if I join R and S, is it okay? No, because S is already visited. By whom? By P. It is already there in the queue, right? So this should not be done. Rather, I should now consider only, that is, from R to U and R to T. Understood? Yes? Now, tell me, in the queue, which one you will remove now? From the queue, which particular vertex you will remove now? R you will remove, because R is now completely explored. In first time Q was removed, then P was removed, then R was removed. Now which is there in the first item in the queue? Yes. Now S is connected where and all? It is connected to P, but P is already taken care. R is also taken care. Now U and P are there. U is also taken care, right? Now which one is left out? P. That means from S I will connect to P. Correct? Now after joining S to P, then after you add B into your Q, so S should we remove it? Right? Because S is now completely explored. Okay, now which is there in the list? T and U, or U and T. Now, is T completely explored? Yes or no? What and all T is connected to? R and U. R and U are already visited, right? That means what? T is also explored, so you can remove T from your list. Next, which one is left out? U. U is also explored now. Yes or no? Are you getting, or shall I write it here? 1 second. Okay. Now, initially Q is empty. Okay. First vertex which we added is Q. Correct? Next one was P and then R. Understood till here? Now, what happened? Q is now completely explored. What are the adjacent to Q? P and R. That means Q is completely explored. Now I will remove it from the Q. Now what I have? Only P and R. Now which is the first in this list? P. What we did, from P we connected to S. It is connected to Q also, but Q is already explored. It is done. So now I will add here S. Understood? Now, when I add S, is that P completely explored? Yes. What should I do now? Remove P. So now P is removed. Now, which is there in the list? First one, R. Correct? Now I should start exploring R. Now, if you look at the graph, R is connected to S, R is connected to U, R is connected to T. But S is already in the list. Correct? So R to S I will not add. If I want to add also, what will make? It will make a loop here. Right? So S is not considered. Then what I will do? R to U I will join. Then R to T I will join. When I join R to T, so is that R completely explored now? Correct? So this R has to be removed from the list, from our queue. Now, which is there in the first? Yes. Now, yes, I have to explore. Now, S is connected where? It is connected to P, but P is already explored. It is connected to R. R is already explored. It is connected to U. U is already visited, because you can see U here. Next is what? P. So now I will join from S to P. So P I will add here. When I add P, is that S completely explored? Yes, means remove S from the list. Now, what is there in the first? U. Now look at U. U is connected where and all? It is connected to V. But V is already considered. It is connected to S. Is S already visited? What about R? Already visited. What about T? Already visited. Does that mean that this U is now completely explored? So remove this U from the. Next is what? T. What about T now? Can you tell me? Is it completely explored? Yes. So remove T also from the Q. Next one is what? P. Is P explored? Yes. Now we got MTQ. MTQ means what? Now we have searched throughout the graph in a breadth first search. And if you look at this diagram now, it is a spanning tree. Are there any loops here? There are no loops. It is a spanning tree. Number of vertices are what? 7, and you have 6 number of edges. Okay. And as I said in the earlier class, this is not the only answer. There can be other answers also. It's like now you may initially start from Q only, but you may first begin with R. So Q to R you may connect, then R to P you may connect. So in which particular order you connect, based upon that your answer will change. For instance, suppose if I'm starting with Q to R, look at here how it will appear. First time I will join Q to R. First I am joining Q to R. Then next I will join Q to P. In the list, R will be first. Now I will start exploring R. R is connected where? It is connected to S. It is connected to U. It is connected to T also. Okay. It is connected to T also. Right? Then I should start exploring P, but P is connected to S, but S is already visited. I will exclude it. Then I will start from S. Then from this S, I will connect. This is also another answer. Look at here. These two are different, right? Both the spanning trees might look differently, but the method is BFS only. And we are starting from Q itself, the vertex Q itself. Both are correct. Instead of going from left to right, we went from right to left. Understood? Okay. Now, shall we have one more example here with DFS? In DFS, what we should do? Q or stack? You want to write a previous example which I removed? No, right? Okay. In DFS, what we will use? Stacks we will use. Right? Means the one which has entered last, that we have to start exploring. Okay. What is the starting vertex? Q. So tell me, what should I do now? I have two possibilities. One, I can start from Q and I will reach S. Sorry, that is P. Now, as soon as I reach P, what I need to do? Which vertex now should I start exploring? I should start exploring the P. Now P is connected where? It is connected to Q and S. Q is already covered. So I will now join from P to S. Now I reach the new vertex here, that is S. What should I do? I should start exploring the newly visited vertex. Newly visited vertex is what? S. Now S is connected where? It is connected to P, it is connected to R, it is connected to U, and it is connected to P. So in this, what I would do? From S to R, I may connect. Okay. Now, once I reach R, now I should start exploring what? R. R is connected where? It is connected to S, but S is already there. It is connected to T, it is connected to U. Now I will choose from R to T. Fine. Now I reach the new vertex. Now T I will have to start exploring. T is connected where? It is connected to R, but already there is a path. T is connected to S. Already S is visited. Which one is left out? U. That means from T, now I will move on to. Okay. Now I am at U here. Now look at U is connected where and all? It is connected to T, but it is already in my stack. Then it is also connected to R. R is already in the stack. It is connected to S. S is also already in the stack. Which one is left out? B. That means from U, I will move on to V. Okay. Now the new vertex is V. V is connected where? S and U. U is already covered. What about S? Is S already visited? Correct? That means what? We now arrived at a dead end. Further from this V, we cannot explore any other new vertices. So this is a dead end. So when we reach a dead end, we need to highlight that. So this says that, okay, this is one of the first dead end which we are coming. When we reach the dead end, what we need to do? Pop it from the stack. Right? Now, I will write here the stack for your understanding. Just pay attention here. Initially, in my stack, it was empty. First, I added Q. After that, I added P. Then, yes, then R, correct. Then T, U, V, right? Now, we are popping V, right? So this V is now removed. What is there on the top? U. From U, where else we can go? And there should be one particular path which is not explored. Is there anything like that? No. All are done. That means is U also a dead end? Means we need to pop this out. Next is the T. What about T now? Explode completely. Remove this. R. Explode completely. Delete this. Yes. Yes is also explode. Remove this. P. It is also completely explode. Remove this. Q also. Remove. Now, is it a spanning tree now? Yes. So this is one of the answer of DFS. As I said, it is one of the answer. There can be again other answers, other results can be retrieved. How it can be retrieved? Look at here. I will show you one more example with the same. Now, starting vertex is anyway, it is what? Q. What I will do first, I will start from Q, I will reach R. As soon as I reach R, now I will think that, okay, now I'm going in this direction, T, I will reach T. From T, I will go U. From U, I will reach to V, right? And from then V, I will move on to S. And then from S, I will reach P. As I reach P, I will conclude that, okay, this is a dead end because from P to Q, I cannot go. It is a dead end. So I will keep on popping the elements. Then I will end up with an empty stack. Now, is it a spanning tree? Yes. No. This is also one of the answer for DFS. There is no hard and strict rule that I need to choose only those vertices. Whatever I add, but it should follow the depth first search. The newly visited vertex has to be explored next. Last in, first out. Understood? Yes? If that is understood, then can you get the answer for this particular graph? Try to work out and give me the result. Both methods. First DFS and then BFS. Will anyone directly work on that image here? Because that will be recorded. One of you can come. Anyone? Akanksha, will you? You can speak and then you can select which vertex you are selecting. Okay. Can be small cells. This could be easy for you because that most value is not. So in DFS, the starting vertex is given as A. So from vertex A, you have to start. Okay, now fold apart. Is that correct? You are working on which one? DFS, right? DFS means first from A to B you went, then
B to C.
B to C, will it make a DFS? DFS means what? First I want to explore fully the vertex A. So A to B, then A to D.
DFS.
So it is DFS, correct. Fine. Then C
To D.
C to D, okay. Then D to G, G to F. Now is that dead end? Yes. This is not the only one solution. There can be other solutions for DFS. You can speak now. You can speak. Which you are connecting, that will be captured.
A to D, D to G, G to F, F to E, E to C, C to B.
Again, that is also another DFS. Now this one next will be DFS. What will happen in DFS? We need to completely explore one particular vertex. No, A to C, there is no connection. Can you see? There is no A to C. Just undo.
A to D. Then sir, A is fully explored. Then B.
Then B, correct.
B to C.
B to C.
Then B is explored.
B is not completely explored. Next is
D.
D.
D to G.
D to G.
Then D is explored.
No, D is not completely explored, right? D is connected to F also.
Yes, sir.
You can drag from F to D to F. Then D to C. Then D to C we cannot because it will get a
U.
now is that D completely explored? Next is what?
C.
But C is also
C
completely
is
explored. Then G.
G.
G is also completely explored. F is also completely explored.
E.
And E also. Correct? Now this is the spanning tree. And again, this is one of the correct answers. There can be other correct answers. Okay. Now when you write it, when you solve this one, and then you need to draw the spanning tree and the path also you need to showcase. In which particular path. Okay. Very good. Is this understood? It is simple. If you know the basic concept, what we use there. That's it. Okay. I think this much is enough. Only two concepts. In our next class, we will begin with the new concept. Backtracking, we will continue. We will continue the unit 5 only. We will finish with unit 5 and then we will go to the next, that is fourth unit. Okay. In the unit 5, we are having backtracking as the example. Right? The depth first search which we did, it is one example of backtracking. Backtracking means going backwards. Now in DFS, we make use of what? Stack. We keep on pushing the elements, adding the elements. Then once we come to the dead end, what we do? We delete that, then we go downwards, right? So backtracking. Backtracking, DFS is one of the example of backtracking. But with that particular backtracking concept, algorithm writing concept, we are going to study three different problems.